The newly notified EU Cosmetics draft has triggered a massive reassessment of European R&D. This proposal targets core active mechanisms and entire ingredient classes simultaneously. A common reaction in these situations is to wait. Many brands are currently pausing, choosing to see the final legal publication before they commit laboratory resources to reformulation.
OnlyTRAININGS. Learn what works in the industry.
However, the draft includes specific measures for CMR-linked ingredients, those classified as carcinogenic, mutagenic, or reprotoxic. These specific entries require accelerated internal timelines that ignore the standard transition periods. Because stability and challenge testing for new formulas often take years to complete, waiting for the final adoption creates a significant timing conflict. Brands that delay their portfolio screening risk seeing their most profitable products become illegal before a replacement is even ready for production. To manage this risk, we have to look past ingredient concentrations and measure functional dependency. This determines how much of a product's market identity and performance actually relies on a single targeted ingredient. This is most visible in a premium prostaglandin lash serum. The entire value of the product is built on a network of dependencies: the specific growth claim, the premium market positioning, and the clinical imagery used in advertising. When an ingredient ban is introduced, that entire network fails. The growth claim collapses, the clinical evidence is no longer valid, and the premium price point is hard to justify. In many cases, the product effectively ceases to exist. Since a single regulatory change can force a complete commercial reconstruction, brands must move away from standard R&D cues. The situation requires an immediate regulatory triage. The current draft forces every affected formula into one of 4 distinct technical response pathways: Annex II, Annex III, Annex V, or the new Nano-HAP specifications. Success depends on classifying the exact regulatory pathway before discussing replacement ingredients or laboratory testing. This classification determines whether you need to remove an active entirely, reduce a concentration, control for specific impurities, or qualify a raw material supplier. Getting this right prevents wasting the R&D budget on the wrong technical solution. Pathway 1 involves Annex II prohibitions. This requires absolute removal. Formulators cannot simply swap a name, they must replace the entire biological mechanism, for example, using film formers and conditioning agents to mimic the visible effects of a banned lash active. The second pathway covers Annex III restrictions. This is less about removal and more about control, demanding strict concentration limits and oversight of impurities. We see this with CBD facial serums. Compliance now relies on complex mass balance calculations to ensure that THC levels in the finished formula stay within legal limits. These first 2 pathways represent direct threats to the core efficacy of a product. They require immediate laboratory intervention to maintain a presence on the market. Moving to Annex V, we find revisions that can silently destabilize established preservation systems. Products like children's lotions may suddenly require a preservation redesign, followed by entirely new challenge testing to prove safety. Pathway 4 introduces Nano-Hydroxyapatite specifications. Here, the burden of compliance shifts toward the documentation provided by your raw material suppliers. For a Nano-HA toothpaste to stay on the shelves, the brand must secure highly specific particle characterization evidence from its suppliers to meet the new technical standards. Even if your primary active ingredient is safe, a failure in secondary preservation or a gap in supplier paperwork will still result in a product that is illegal to sell. This creates a dilemma. Reformulating too early wastes money if the draft is amended, but starting too late leaves your portfolio vulnerable to sudden bans. To solve this, we use a staged technical commitments matrix. This categorizes actions by their regulatory severity and how much the product depends on the ingredient, leading to specific recommended actions like supplier clarification or laboratory feasibility studies. The most effective strategy is to begin reversible laboratory work now to identify your options, while delaying irreversible commercial decisions until the draft reaches final adoption. Mapping these commitments across the entire portfolio allows a brand to protect its limited R&D bandwidth while ensuring it is ready the moment the law changes. Regulatory and R&D teams do not have to navigate this disruption in isolation. The OnlyTRAININGS expert session on the EU Cosmetics new draft provides the tools to convert this regulatory uncertainty into a controlled 30-day technical response plan. Click the link in the description to secure your spot, master the decision matrix, and begin protecting your product portfolio today. Proactive triage is no longer a luxury. It is the baseline requirement for commercial survival in the European cosmetics market.